Hey, how's it going? We're the programmers. My name is Angel Del Torre,
I'm Erica Koopman-Glass. And I'm Darcy Bostick.
and today we're going to be showing you our GUI on audio, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Hello, I'm Erica, and what I worked on is basically for the GUI is loading the music into files and then having those files graph the sound, play the sound, pause the sound, resume the sound, stop the sound, and then also like either set it as stereo, right mono, or left mono. And so this is our GUI. As you can see, I can load a file. Into here, and it loads it, and then I can play the song, pause, resume, and stop it, and then I can play it in stereo, mono left, and mono right. And as you can see, it loads the file name into here. And so now I'll show you our script. Basically, each file has a load button, and each load gets the file from the source, and then that file name 2 is set to our handle's input, which is the text box, and this is basically what saves handles.x2 to x2, and that is used in our file. So in our file 1, let's say, or file 2, when you push the button 2, it takes x2 equals to handles.x2, and it sets handles.x to handles.x2 and handles.fs to handles.fs2. And handles.x is represented in each button, which saves the different files and is able to graph each one, as you can see from our graph function. Then for the play button, basically right here, it takes the handles.play, and it uses handles.x and handles.fs, which is saved in the audio player to play the button. As you see, play, handles.play. And then it basically uses that to pause it, resume it, and stop it. The stereo also uses handles.x and handles.fs. This is our function for stereo. And this is our function for mono from the left, and this is our function for mono to the right. And as you can see in the plot, it plots it depending on the different function that it's using. And that's it. That's my part.
Okay, so my part on this flowchart was generate a tone and record. So what we did for generate a tone is we have 3 different frequencies that you can choose from a drop-down menu, and then you just press play. So for the sine wave, if we enter in a frequency of 450, that sound will play. There we go. And then if we use sawtooth, a different sound will play. And for sine, that sound will play. So yeah, we have 3 different waves that you can kind of use at different frequencies. So if I put in a lower frequency, that happens. Okay. And then for the next part, so our code for this is where is it? Okay, so our code for this part is right here. So what we do is we set T, which sets a bunch of the amplitudes for the 3 different functions that we have, and then we have the sine function, which is what plays when you click the drop-down menu. And the drop-down menu is created by using the switch case. Yeah, so that's that part. And then for the next part, you have the option to record. So you set a specific amount of time, so like 5 seconds, and you press record now, and it's recording for 5 seconds. And so then if you play the recording,
It's recording for 5 seconds.
yeah, it plays it back to you. You also have the option to stop the recording right in the middle. And our code for that, over here is record.callback, or record callback. Oops, that's not the right one. Okay, so we used the audio recorder here to be able to record using MATLAB. And so what we do is we take the handles that we used for the audio recorder and used that in play recording for Sound SC. So we created a file and then just had it accessed in the play recording function. And then we were able to graph that by using the graphing function Erica mentioned in the first part. And so that is my project.
Hello. Today I will be going over the chopping of the song and the edit song as well. So let's look at that. So if we load a track like we did for sound 2, then we can see that we get this sound file. And if I chop it, I put the start time to 2. And I put the end time to 7. Then when we listen to the recording, it'll be chopped. It's not the whole song. What we can also do is we can reverse the song in graphs. We can delay the song. Tone control. We speed up the track. We slow down the track. Not as nice. And we can remove the voice. And those are all the editing songs we have now. Let me show you in the GUI how they work. So we load the track, we have the loaded file, and we can edit the song, and we can chop it. So we set the start and end time. Start time has to be less than the end time. And now we have the chop file for playback. Now inside of the code, we have all of the effects right here. So here is reverse song. And we just simply flip the array upside down. We have delay callback, where we set one array to be a second off. We have tone control, where we set only certain tones to be played and other ones to be suppressed in the center. We have speed up, which just speeds up the rate at which the sound file is given. Slow down, which is the opposite of that. And remove voice, which just takes out the second column of the audio file. The chop callback just changes the start time and end time. And that is about it for the chopping and for the edits of the sound.